Imagine a woman, 60,000 years ago, kneeling beside a dying man in a cave. He is burning with fever, his body trembles, and she has no hospital, no doctor, no medicine bottle to reach for. But she remembers something, a bitter plant growing near the riverbank that once eased her own child's pain. With trembling hands, she crushes its leaves and presses them against his burning skin. She does not know why it works. She does not understand fever or infection or a single cell in the human body, but she knows it helps. That single act, born from desperation, memory, and love, was one of the very first sparks of something that would one day become modern medicine. So today we ask, how did humans discover medicine? Welcome back, explorers of the ancient world. Today we are stepping into one of the most life and death mysteries of prehistory. How early humans, with no science, no microscopes, and no understanding of germs or biology, somehow learned to heal. Think about how astonishing this really is. Long before anyone knew that bacteria existed, before anyone understood blood circulation or the nervous system, early humans were already setting broken bones, treating wounds, and easing pain, using nothing but plants, instinct, and hard-earned experience. And incredibly, many of these ancient remedies were not superstition at all. Modern science has confirmed that a shocking number of them actually worked. So how did our ancestors, deep in prehistory, begin to unlock the secrets of healing? Let's step back in time and find out. The instinct to heal may be older than humanity itself. Scientists have observed chimpanzees in the wild deliberately eating specific bitter leaves, not for nutrition, but to fight off intestinal parasites. Other primates have been seen pressing certain plants against wounds or avoiding particular foods when sick. This tells us something remarkable. The roots of medicine may stretch back millions of years, long before our species even existed, buried deep in the instincts of our primate ancestors. Early humans inherited and dramatically expanded this ancient instinct, transforming simple trial and error into something far more powerful, shared, remembered knowledge. Imagine the sheer courage and danger involved in discovering the first medicines. Early humans had no textbooks, no warnings, no way of knowing whether a plant would heal them or kill them. Over countless generations, through devastating trial and error, early humans slowly built a mental library of nature's pharmacy. Which berries eased pain, which bark reduced fever, which leaves caused sleep or vomiting, or in tragic cases, death. Every remedy that worked was remembered and passed down. Every mistake, often paid for with a human life, became a lesson never to be repeated. This incredibly dangerous process of discovery, carried out over thousands of years, became the very foundation of herbal medicine. Remarkably, we do not have to guess entirely about ancient medical practices. Archaeology has left us physical proof. Fossilized skeletons of Neanderthals, our close evolutionary cousins, show healed fractures, amputated limbs, and even signs of survival after devastating injuries, wounds that would have been fatal without care, support, and some level of medical attention from others in their group. In Shanidar Cave in Iraq, archaeologists discovered a Neanderthal skeleton, nicknamed Shanidar I, showing evidence of a healed broken arm, blindness in one eye, and severe hearing loss, injuries he could not possibly have survived alone. This tells us something profoundly human. Even tens of thousands of years ago, our ancestors were not abandoning the sick and injured, they were caring for them. As human knowledge deepened, so did our understanding of the natural world's healing power. Willow bark, chewed by ancient peoples to relieve pain and fever, contains a natural compound called salicin. Thousands of years later, scientists would isolate and refine this exact compound into what we now call aspirin, one of the most widely used medicines on Earth. Similarly, certain molds were historically applied to wounds to prevent infection, entirely without understanding why. This is one of the most astonishing truths in this entire story. Ancient humans were not stumbling around blindly. Through countless generations of careful observation, they were accidentally, brilliantly, doing real medical science, long before the word science ever existed. As human societies grew larger and more complex, certain individuals began to specialize in healing. These early healers, sometimes remembered today as shamans, medicine men, or medicine women, carried enormous cultural importance. They memorized which plants cured which illnesses. They understood how to set bones, treat wounds, and ease the pain of childbirth. In many ancient cultures, healing was deeply intertwined with spirituality. Illness was often believed to be caused by evil spirits, curses, or angry ancestors, and healers combined practical medicine with ritual, chanting, and ceremony. While we now understand disease very differently, we must remember something important. These healers were often the most knowledgeable, respected, and trusted members of their entire community. Perhaps one of the most shocking discoveries in ancient medicine is this: prehistoric humans were performing surgery, Archaeologists have discovered ancient skulls, some over 7,000 years old, with clear evidence of a procedure called trepanation, a surgical technique in which a hole is deliberately cut into the skull. Remarkably, many of these skulls show clear signs of healing around the wound, meaning the patient survived the procedure, sometimes for years afterward. We still do not know for certain why this extreme surgery was performed. Some researchers believe it was used to relieve pressure from head injuries. Others believe it may have been an attempt to release evil spirits believed to cause seizures or mental illness. Whatever the reason, one fact remains almost unbelievable. Humans were successfully performing brain surgery long before writing, before metal tools, and long before any understanding of human anatomy at all. As humans developed agriculture, writing, and early cities, medical knowledge began to be recorded, organized, and formally passed down. In ancient Egypt, the Edwin Smith Papyrus, dating back over 3,500 years, contains detailed descriptions of wounds, surgical treatments, and anatomical observations, one of the earliest known medical texts in human history. In ancient Mesopotamia, physicians began combining herbal remedies with structured diagnosis, while in ancient India, early forms of Ayurvedic medicine emphasized balance between body, mind, and environment. Medicine was no longer simply passed down through whispered oral tradition. It was becoming a formal, structured body of human knowledge, carefully recorded for future generations to study and improve upon. Here is something worth sitting with for a moment. Modern medicine, with all its astonishing technology, MRI machines, vaccines, surgery under anesthesia, did not appear out of nowhere. It was built, brick by brick, remedy by remedy, upon the desperate, courageous experimentation of countless ancient humans who risked their lives testing what nature could offer, simply to save the people they loved. Every antibiotic, every painkiller, every modern surgical technique carries within it the echo of that first ancient healer, kneeling beside the sick, searching desperately for something, anything, that might help. So, how did humans discover medicine? It began with instinct, inherited from our primate ancestors. It grew through desperate trial and error, paid for sometimes in human lives. It was shaped by devoted healers who risked everything to save others. And eventually, it was written down, refined, and passed forward, generation after generation, until it became the medicine we rely on today. The next time you take a simple painkiller or visit a doctor without a second thought, remember, you are holding on to tens of thousands of years of human courage, curiosity, and care. If this story fascinated you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because next time, we are uncovering another incredible secret from humanity's ancient past. Until then, stay curious, stay wild, and I will see you in the next video.